Well, today is June 2nd, 2011. Working on a documentary just so that people could understand and people could see, you know, my struggles and my trials, you know, in trying to be a stand-up guy in my son's life. And, you know, it's really tough. It's emotional. And a lot of times, you know, I ask myself, like, you know, how do you really do it? You know, the easiest thing to do is just get up and say, you know what, fuck it. Just give up. But then I look at my son and I see so much of him in me. And, you know, even if my father, you know, turned his back on me, I could have used that as an excuse not to be there for my son. But I choose not to do that because I told myself, you know what, whatever my father did, my son has nothing to do with it. So I continue and I strive to be a constant presence in his life. But his mother is making it really hard, really hard. I mean, there are times when I really want to give up. You know, there are times where I just want to hurt somebody, I just want to kill somebody. But then again, I think, like, if I do something stupid, the same thing I'm trying to avoid, you know, not being around for my son, is going to happen because I'm going to end up dead or I'm going to end up in jail. And he's going to be fatherless. So I'm trying to do the right thing. I mean, people might think, you know, my son is 11 years old. I've been dealing with this since he's been a baby. Nobody knows about it. I don't talk about it. I don't talk about his mother because I just kept it inside because I wanted to protect him. But it's coming to a point where the system is really allowing her to do things that's not right. You understand? I mean, she goes to court, she lies on the oath, and it's just ridiculous. And people think, like, now I'm starting to talk about it, you know, people think I'm making it up. But I have all the proof, I have all the evidence, I have recordings, and it's a toll. I mean, I have actually went to Barnes and Noble, like, true talk. I've actually went to Barnes and Noble and bought tons of CDs, motivational stuff, read motivational books, just so I could stay focused. That's how much of a toll this thing has been taking on me. So now it's my time to exhale. It's my time to breathe. I want the world to see what I'm going through. And I know there are fathers going through the same thing. And I just want somebody to stand up for us. I just want somebody to understand that, you know what, there are guys who are doing what they're supposed to do with their kids. And some of these women are making it hard. And the system is encouraging them to do that. You know, I just came from court. You know, they gave her an order where I'm supposed to be paying $700 a month. You understand? They came up with all sorts of bills that she didn't have. They tallied up, whatever. You know, I realized I went in there fighting a losing battle. So I did a response. I did a rebuttal. You know, went to court, told them, listen, I can't afford those kind of payments. They told me, okay, that's downtown Brooklyn on J Street. They sent me to Manhattan, 151 West Broadway on the 4th floor. Went, you know, to talk to them now, to tell them, to let them know that I can't afford those payments. When I went there now, they're looking at me like I'm crazy. The lady's laughing. Oh, I don't know why they sent you here because that's not our responsibility. We can't do nothing about that. You have to go back to J Street. And I realized, you know what? From day one, it's been the running around I've been getting. You know, every time I try to show my evidence that I have to support, you know, what I'm saying, they don't want me to bring it to court. Why? I'm just asking myself, you know, why is this going on? You know, and it's just so much going on. And I'm like, you know what? I have to turn to the world. I have to turn to people so they could understand, so they could see. Maybe somebody could say, you know what? This guy's going through something and he's not the only one. Let me see what I could do about it. You understand? And that's all I'm just hoping for. I'm not trying to make my son mother out to be a bad person, because if I was, I would have been talking about that a long time ago. It's been going on since my son was a baby. You understand? And I kept it to myself. All I have always tried to do is just shield him, you know, the way a father would protect his child. You understand? But it's coming to a point where by me trying to shield my son, you know, it was getting me really angry, and it was making me a person that I wasn't. And I used to call her and curse her back because she used to curse and abuse my son verbally. And I realized, you know what? She was just looking for some type of reaction. Any reaction that she got from me, that was good enough for her. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to stop. If you want to verbally abuse your son, that's on you, but I'm going to stop. So when she realized that I'm not reacting the way she wanted me to, then she started pushing further now, taking me to court, doing all these crazy things. having my son call me and leaving voicemails while she cursing at him, cursing at me in the background. So I just want people to understand, you know what, I'm not making these things up. I'll explain to you exactly what happened, how that came about. I was going to Florida to do an event, and every time I know I'm going away, I'm just so used to having, you know, I love my son, you know, and I'm just so used to always being with him, you know what I'm saying? So I decided that I'm going to pick him up from school for the entire week, because I know I'm going away on the weekend. So I could just spend some time with him, you know, let him know that his daddy love him and stuff like that. So I called and I said, listen, don't pick him up today. I'll pick him up for the week, for the rest of the week, you know, and when it's time for him to go to bed, I'll just drop him off to your house and stuff like that. Everything was cool, said and done. My son, I picked up my son from school. My son had a long day, a lot of homework. He was extremely tired, fatigued. I was tired myself, because when he came from school, he said, Daddy, you know what, I'm really tired. Can we just play a little bit? Can I just watch a little cartoons before I do my homework, because I had a long day? Come on, I mean, he's a kid. You know, what's wrong with asking for that? So I said, okay, Lex, you know what? We played some games. You know, after that, we did his homework. For crying out loud, I knew, and I gave him some snacks because he didn't want to eat. That's all he wanted was just some snacks. So I dropped him off to her house. You know, on my way dropping him off to her house, I called her. I said, listen, Lex ate some snacks, but he wasn't hungry. But I'm still going to buy some food just in case before he goes to bed. He could eat if he wants to. She didn't say anything. I bought the food anyway, and I dropped him off. As soon as she opened up her door, the yelling, the cursing, I just put the food down on the floor, and I left, because I didn't want to get into any altercations with her in front of my son. I've always been trying to protect my son from that. So I got home, maybe like half an hour later, you know, this is the voicemail I'm getting from my son. Because I'm doing this, again, not to let people think, or the world think, that she's a bad person. It's just so that people could understand, you know what, see what I'm going through, and understand that, how can I put this, and understand that something has to be done. Why are you going around telling the entire world I'm a deadbeat dad, I'm a bad father, just because you're trying to hurt me? You understand? But I have all the proof of you, the one that's causing the problems. You know, when my son, you know, was in private school, every time there was a situation, the teachers couldn't talk to her. The teachers would call me. They said, Mr. Austri, can we talk to you? Because we cannot talk to your son's mother. She has an attitude problem. When he went the first few months in public school, the teacher called me and said the same thing. So my thing is, if the entire world is seeing a problem with you, who has the problem? Obviously it has to be you. And that's one thing she can't seem to understand. You are the problem. the next day or two, you know, my son is calling me, you know what I'm saying, Daddy, you know, he need lunch in school. I go drop it off, because guess what? That's my baby. He doesn't have anything to do with this, you know. And regardless of what, I'm still gonna keep supporting him, okay? And with all that said, now after you have him curse out, you know, talk to his father like that, then 12 o'clock in the morning, now you have him calling, telling his daddy that he love him. Come on, man, you know, stop playing these games and emotional things with my son. You know, that's what used to get me upset. But you know, this thing really hurts, and I don't know what to do. I don't know where to turn, and like I said, I'm fighting against a system that doesn't want to hear my truth, that doesn't want to hear my side. You know, she goes to court. As soon as she gets it, she start crying. So the female judges, they don't ask me any questions. They jump on her side, and that's not right, man. You know what I'm saying? I try not to listen to these things, because again, you know, it makes me it hurts me a lot. And the bad thing about it is, you know what? I love my son so much, I can't walk away. I don't want to walk away from my little man. Well, you know, how could I do that? Do you understand? Every little kid needs their father. You know, not just boys, little girls as well. You understand? So I'm lost for words, man. I don't know what to do anymore. You know, right now, I'm gonna go try to get a lawyer, and you know, try to help me with the situation, and hopefully, you know, I pray to God that something good is gonna come out of it, because you know what? That's the only person I could turn to right now, is the Heavenly Father, because God said He said in His Word, Father, if you fight for your son, I will fight for you and with you. So that's the only hope I have right now. The only hope I have right now is the strength of God. You understand? That's pushing me through. That's the only reason why I haven't walked away. I'm not gonna walk away from my son. I'm gonna keep on fighting. Now it's time for me to show the world the truth, because there's her truth, there's my truth, and there's the truth. The only thing is, I have the proof. You understand? I'm just tired of this woman going around telling everybody that she run into, I'm a bad father, and you know, and stuff like that. How are you gonna tell my, you know, talking, you know, to my in front of my son? I tell her his father probably got AIDS. You know, calling me, say, oh, your father is probably a faggot. Come on, man. Why why would you do stuff like that? You understand what I'm saying? Why would you do stuff like that? But you heard the message, man. And one thing, you know what? God is good, man. He's going to see me through. He's going to vindicate me. And at the end, like I said, my son is getting older, and he understands. He could see for himself what's going on. And that's all I got to say. All right? That's what I got to say. And I just want to encourage all the fathers out there that's doing the right thing. You know what? Keep on doing what you're doing, because it's worth the fight. It's worth the fight. And all the guys who are not in their kids' lives, man, please, even if you have to deal with the situation, you see what I'm going through, I'm dealing with it. So I guarantee you, dog, you can do the same thing. Be there for your child, man. Whether it may be your boy, whether it may be a girl, just be there for your kid, because our children need us, dog. Look at what's happening in the world today with our kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Just look at them. You know, just see the path they're going. They have no direction. You know, and women, stop telling these kids that they don't need their father. Stop saying that you could do it on your own. You can't. I'm certainly sure maybe you can. But look at the statistics of our children. Look at the future. Where are they going? Kids need both their parents in their lives. I understand that some guys are not doing what they're supposed to, and if you want to make them pay, that's fine. But the ones that are, let them be. Just let them be in their kids' lives. Because at the end of the day, it's not about you. Stop being selfish. It's about the children. You understand? And that's what I'm fighting for. And you know what? I've never heard anybody been talking about this, you know, and maybe, you know what? Hey, guess what? Maybe a Lil Wayne video or a Jay-Z video or a Beyonce video will get more hits than this. I'm not looking for fame from this. I'm just looking to make sure that at the end of the day, little boys and girls will have a daddy that they can say goodnight to before they go to bed. When they wake up in the morning, they could call a father. If they have a situation, they could call their daddy. Okay? Oh, the fathers need to be the kids' role models. It's time that our kids stop looking at the TV, start looking at the internet for people to look up to. Role models supposed to actually start at home. And right now, I'm going to continue posting my videos. I'm going to continue reaching out, crying out for help, because something has to be done about this situation. It just has to be done.